In this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to mix and match generations. You'll see what I mean in a second. So first of all, why don't we just grab the trusty lasso tool and we're going to get rid of all these barriers. So let's just go select over here. Great, we got the first one. Hold down the shift key. We're going to select the second one. Now for higher resolution, you're better off to do these one at a time. But that will change in time. So that's why I'm just going to hold down that shift key as adding to our selection. I'm just going to show you a technique that should last a long time. So if you want to do these individually, you can, but I'm going to do them all together. I'm going to hit Generative Fill, and now I'm going to click Generate. All right, let's see what we've got. There's the first option, the second option, and the third option. So it's looking pretty good. Now, I don't really like what's going on the left-hand side on that first one. The trash can's not really that appealing. So I'm going to say on the right-hand side of the image, I like what's going on here. So number 2. As you know, it generates 3. So I like number 2 the best. Let me just give this a little more space. All right, well, let's look on the left-hand side. Which one do we like better? The first one's super clean. Second one's got some stuff. Third one's got some stuff. All right. So what I like is the left-hand side from the first generation, but I like the right-hand side from the second generation. So what do I do? Well, the cool thing about this, being a generative layer, I can duplicate this layer, Control-Command-J, or drag it into the little plus icon, is going to give me 2 versions. So looking at this top layer, I want to look at the left-hand side, which I know was the first one. So that gives me the generation I liked there. Let's hide this. And then we go to the second layer, or the first one that we created, shows me the right-hand side that I like. So now that I've done that, I can actually just merge both of these together. And I'll show you exactly how to do it. Let's choose the mask of the top one. Remember, the top one we want the left but not the right. Now, see that mask is black and white. Where it's white, that layer is visible. Where it's black, that layer is hidden. Now, when I say hidden or visible, just kind of think of it as light. When you see the white light, you can see it. When it's dark and black, you can't see it because of the darkness. All right, so let's grab a brush here. And I want to hide the contents of the layer on the right side, which means I want black. So let me hit the D key to reset foreground background colors. And I'm just going to hit that little arrow or the X key, and black is now the foreground color. So I could do this with a marquee selection, or I can just paint, and notice as I paint, now I can just paint in the part that I want from that layer. So notice what I'm doing is, even though I made one generation and I got 3 different options, I can choose pieces of each generation. So you don't have to just do a piece, you don't just have to do it across the board. So you're like, hey, I like part of this one and I like part of the other one. That's something that happens a lot. So by doing this, creating a new layer and masking it out, you can mix and match generations together. And when I say generations, when it generates the AI, and pick the pieces that you want the most.